guys, Rita Matcha here. Today I'm going to be showing you what's on my bookshelf.
Still can see him lurking, and he's twerking. Don't you know it's true?
Wait! Who the hell are you? Get out of here! Go away! So this is what my bookshelf normally looks like. When I film my videos, I arrange it so I bring the books on the top down to this section, and the reason I do that is so it kind of looks more aesthetically pleasing. Literally every time I film my videos, I arrange my books differently. The top shelf is my adult fiction books, the middle shelf is my young adult / children's fiction. I also have like teenagey kind of DVDs and a few cat ornaments. This shelf is my DVDs, my non-fiction poetry. I also have my actual books here, and then right at the bottom, which I'm not going to show you, is all my notebooks and diaries from over the years. Right at the top I have like ornaments and games and some hair stuff. Yeah, if we start at the top, these are some of my adult fiction books. As you can see, I have a lot of different genres. I bought a bunch of Patricia Highsmith books recently. The Talented Mr. Ripley I've had for a while. You can see it's a bit worn down, but I bought these 3 recently. Yeah, I've got like a bunch of John Niven. I've got some Sally Rooney. I've only read, this is amazing, Conversations with Friends. I haven't read Normal People yet. I've read Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. I didn't actually enjoy Sharp Objects, but I love Gone Girl. It's one of my favorite books of all time. So yeah, I had to take everything off so you guys could see what's behind. So I have these Catwoman comics, which I love. This book is called Seasons of Splendor, and it's a collection of Indian stories that I used to read when I was younger. My mum used to read them to me as well. I have George R.R. Martin, World of Ice and Fire. I've got The Clever Rat, Other African Tales, another book that my parents used to read to us when we were kids, and I just like to rifle through it. This is gorgeous. This is a whole book all about Alice in Wonderland. If you're into Alice in Wonderland, I recommend this a lot. He really breaks down. It's a lot of theory and philosophizing behind it. These are obviously hardbacks. Louise O'Neill is one of my utterly favorite authors. I haven't read this one, How to Be Both by Ali Smith, but I've read all of these. This book is amazing. It's a psychological thriller. This book, I Don't Know How She Does It by Alison Pearson. It's one of my favorite books. It's about a working woman who's also a mother, and it's like the struggles of young women trying to balance motherhood and career. I've got all of the George R.R. Martin. So I've read these ones. I've not read A Dance with Dragons because I almost feel like there's no point, because A Winds of Winter isn't out yet, and it could be like 10 years before they come out. This, Anita and Me, Mira Sayal, this is another book which my mum liked to read, and I haven't actually read it yet. Most of these books I have read, but there are a few that I haven't actually read yet. I've not read these ones. The Lovely Bones, these are all kind of books which, well, not all of them, but some of these are books like I read a bit of this, I couldn't get into it. I read a bit of this, I couldn't get into it. This, I couldn't get into it. Same with All the Light We Cannot See. They're all amazing books. I just couldn't get into them. This book, Hidden, it's a crime thriller by an author named Lisa Sell. I liked it, but I didn't love it, but that could vary. Like, literature is subjective. This is amazing. It's called Animals People. It's about a young boy nicknamed Animal in India, and again, my mum got this to me. My mum has gotten me quite a few like Indian type books, which I think is really good. It's good to be in touch with your heritage. And now let's go through the master. So I've not read this, not read this, not read this, not read this. The Gunslinger books, yeah, I'm on the last one. I'm on The Dark Tower. So books 1 and 2 are mine, but this one, and this one, they're all my ex's. My ex, he actually got me this for my birthday last year. I'd never read the Dark Tower series, so he lent them to me, and it's such a good series. Misery is probably one of my favorite Stephen King books. I've not read Revival yet. Joylanders Nights, I've not read The Stand yet. Firestarter is one of my favorites. And the back. Yeah, collectively, I have quite a few Stephen King books. I think they've all fallen. I've read all of these apart from Dreamcatcher and End of Watch. Oh, and I haven't read Sleeping Beauties yet. First Stephen King book I ever read was actually this one on writing. This is what got me into him. I read this one when I was 18. The first Stephen King fiction book I read was this baby here, 11/22/63, about a guy who goes back in time to stop the Kennedy assassination. It's okay. It is amazing. This is one of the most amazing books I've ever read in my life. Different seasons I love. The Shining, miles better than the movie. I like these two. I've read Finders Keepers twice because the first time I read it, I didn't love it that much. The second time I really liked it. Mr. Mercedes is okay. The Running Man is okay. But I would say my favorites overall are Misery, one of my favorite books of all time. It, 11/22/63, the Dark Tower series is great. I also really like Carrie. Carrie's his first book. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, and Firestarter. Firestarter, this is actually my dad's copy. It's really old. It's from like the 80s. Firestarter is such an underrated gem. I love this story. It's so gripping. Bow, wow, bow, wow. Oh yeah, I also have this, A Brief Guide to Stephen King. Some of these, I bought these kind of romance Mills and Boon's book. This for research purposes because I'm writing romance. Yeah, this is Animal Farm. I bought this the other day for £3. Brave New World, read it twice, great book. The Stranger, awesome book. Not read Heart of Darkness, I've not read The God of Small Things. Stepford Wives, great. I've not read these two. This I'm really looking forward to read, The Silent Patient. I've not read that yet, but I'm really looking forward to it because obviously I like I really loved Someone Like Me, and it's another kind of psychological type thriller book. Yeah, that is pretty much what's on my top shelf. There's a few of these books which are just downstairs in my house, especially the older, more worn out books like Brave New World. I just stole them from downstairs from my living room. I'd say some of my favorites are definitely like this section. There's a lot of favorites. So The Circle is amazing. Catch-22 is hilarious. These two, in fact, these three are three of my all-time favorite books. A lot of people, my all-time favorite bookers, I usually say On Beauty. This is about, it's kind of hard to explain. It's about these two families in America. They're kind of rivaling in academia. And it's just such an interesting, it's like a contemporary family drama type book. But yeah, most of my books, I either get them from local bookshops or charity shops. I do try to avoid buying books on Amazon unless it's something quite niche because I think we should support independent bookshops. Okay, so now let's do the middle shelf. So this is all my young adult, teen, children's books. These are books which I read when I was younger, or they're just books which I bought maybe recently, which are aimed at a younger YA audience. I love these like kind of teen girl type books when I was younger. Sarah Dessen is an American author. She writes these kind of young adult teen dramas, and I guess I liked those a lot when I was younger. I'd say they're a pretty big influence on my young adult fiction now. So what have I not read? I've not read City of Bones. I've not read Clap When You Land. I've not read Children of Blood and Bone or Thug, but I'm looking forward. Oh, I haven't read Orange Boy either. Oh yeah, Jane Eyre. I don't know why this is here. It should really be on the top. I guess it counts as a teen book. It's okay. I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? But as you can see, I'm not really a big fan of classics. I prefer like 20th and 21st century, really. 19th century is not really my thing. I've got all of these DVDs from my kind of childhood and younger years because I love movies as well as books. I absolutely love movies. I grew up with a lot of movies. Yeah, here's what's behind this. I think this is just a book that I liked when I was a little kid. I get no sentimental. Christmas Carol, I bought this from a charity shop. I think I read it when I was much younger. Yeah, and then here we've got some more kind of kids books like, oh my god, the Worst Switch series. I loved these when I was younger. I picked these up from a charity shop and read them recently because every now and again I do like to read kids books because they're very light and just fun reading. Roald Dahl, I think we've got a bunch of Roald Dahl books somewhere. I've got a few of them on my shelf. Nancy Drew, love this. Little Women, I don't really remember this book. I liked it. I can't remember which character I liked the best. I think it was Meg. This book, it's so funny because when I was in year 4, my primary teacher, she lent me Northern Lights. I read it, so I was like 9, and I really liked it. And then I remember like I spent £30 on this huge ass hardback trilogy when I was like 10. I read like a bit of The Subtle Knife and then I just didn't continue it. And that was like bloody like 10 years ago or something, or 12 years ago, whatever. So yeah, it's just been sitting on my shelf for years. And I read books 1 and 2 last year. I've still not finished it. I've still not read The Amber Spyglass. I need to. And yeah, here are a couple of Roald Dahl books. We have loads. Roald Dahl was one of my favorites as a child. So as you can see, I was pretty mad about this woman when I was younger. I absolutely adore Jacqueline Wilson. I have so many of her books. She meant so much to me when I was growing up. Here, there's a few. This was one of my favorites when I was younger, called Maya Running, about this Indian-Canadian girl. Really nice story. I love cats. I was a big cat person when I was little, so I used to have all these kind of catty books, like Amazing Story of Adolphus Tips. Ugh. This was one of my favorite books as a child, actually. It's got a lot of lovely nostalgia for me. I have all this Angelina Ballerina stuff I liked when I was little. Aw, so much nice nostalgia. Here we have a bunch of Sweet Valley High books my sister lent me because she used to read them, and I think I read pretty much all of them. Tricky to see, but I've got these like animal art books and like My Secret Unicorn, which I also liked a lot when I was younger. We found all of these in like a garden shed. That's how how I have all of them, because I completely forgot about them all. This is more teeny stuff. Harry Potter. It's funny, right? I didn't actually read the Harry Potter books until I was 18. Like, I grew up with all of the movies. I saw all the movies so much, but my mum read my brother and I the first 2 books when we were younger, but then we never continued. She used to read them to us before bed. And then it wasn't until I was 18 that I actually went out and I bought all of them and I read them all. Yeah, I love the books. I love the films. I think they're all amazing. The most embarrassing part of my shelf. Oh, good God. Yes, I have all of the Twilight books. So I loved Twilight when I was about 12 or 13. So I had Eclipse, Britannia, Breaking Dawn. I bought Twilight and New Moon from a charity shop when I was 18 because I wanted to give them a reread. I was laughing because they're just so bad. I mean, it's almost shocking how terrible they are. You think to yourself, like, Meg Cabot, Kathy Hopkins, these are all much better. There's so much better written kind of children's and teen literature out there. And then you've got this, and it's like, how the hell did these manage to sell more than like these? Like the Bindi Babe series is so much more interesting and fun and well written. I think this is aimed at a slightly younger audience, but still, this was a big favorite. I think a lot of these books I read when I was really younger, they did influence me a lot now. People sometimes forget how childhood can be a big influence on you as an adult, but the stuff you read when you're a child can really make a difference. I think we should never really forget that. Okay, and now we are at the final part of my shelf. This is the nonfiction and DVDs. These 2 books are my friend actually lent them to me. They're not actually mine. I haven't read them yet. I probably will in the next 100 years. A lot of people like to just stream stuff online now, but I think there is something nice about having something physical to hold. So some of these are from when I was young. Some of these I bought recently. Some of my favorite movies like Shutter Island or Whiplash, Inception, The Social Network, Slumdog Millionaire. I've got Game of Thrones. I've actually got the full Game of Thrones, but that's downstairs. Yeah, lots of different types of movies, really, because, like, books are amazing, but I think movies are also really great as well. Yeah, we've got some textbooks. Oh, I think these are from when I was at music school, actually, at university. I've got a bunch of, like, magazines here. This is something about Prince, something about Game of Thrones, some random, like, magazines and things that people collect. Oh yes, I love cats, of course. Me and my kitten. You know, I've never actually had a cat. It's so sad. I love cats. Yeah, I've never actually had one. I have a biology textbook for some reason. I think I was trying to learn more about biology. Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls. Somebody actually, sent me these for my birthday, which was very, very touching. Hundreds of women who have done amazing things in history. Oh, Sex and the City. Yo, my favorite shows. This is a really nice book, actually. Being a writer, it's like advice from writers. Like, it's literally just pages of quotes from all kinds of writers. It's just really, really great. Like, it's really inspiring. Yeah, this is just a funny book that I have. This is Mark Manson. Yeah, I've got both these books by Mark Manson. I think that this one is much, much better. This is actually one of the best books I've ever read. It has helped me so much. If I ever meet Mark Manson, I'm going to give him like a massive handshake and tell him how this book has helped me so much through life. This one is okay. It's good. It's just a bit more all over the place. I think he tried to pack too many things in there, but yeah, I recommend them giving them a read anyway. Here now we're coming to, I've got some philosophy books, I've got some poetry, I've got, this is amazing, Psychopath 3, I've got this spiritual science, some kind of self-help kind of books. This is so funny. These are like paperback proofs of my books. Got some poems from like other poets. Yeah, these are all kind of just philosophy kind of books. Philosophy, poems, psychology. Yeah, I've got some more stuff on this side. I've got Confessions of a Sociopath, some philosophy stuff. What the hell is this? Yep, go down, go on. This is somebody I know. I bought his poetry book. I found that when I read this book, she sounds very similar to the character Evelyn in my novella Psycho Girl in Every Last Psycho. So that was good to know that I'd actually captured a psychopath's voice. Yeah, what else have we got here? I've got my AA book, which I don't really read anymore because I don't really go to AA anymore. This is amazing. Sam Harris, Waking Up, if you're into spirituality. This is really nice. Like this and this, really nice books about like secular spirituality. I've got some feminist books down here from when I used to be into feminism. I'm not anymore, but I still think it's good to read about it. I've not actually read the BT Myth. I think I started and I was just like, oh god, I just couldn't. Caitlin Moran, I love her. She is so funny. She is really, even if I don't agree with all her views, I think she's great and hilarious. This book is from when I did A-level history. These are some more kind of cat books. This is about mindfulness, which I've not read yet, but I probably should take that actually. Oh, Sapiens, one of the best books I've ever read. This is fantastic. This is just an all-in-one book about human history, about us as a species. This is hilarious. I kind of showed this in my video talking about wokeness. And yeah, here we have my actual books. So yeah, this is the original cover, Father's a Waste of Time. And this is the new cover. Yeah, all of them libros. I mean, you can't really write books and not also read books. I hope you found that interesting. That was me showing you my bookshelf. This is my tiger. His name is Raja. He is named after the tiger in Aladdin. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that kind of tour of my bookshelf. If there are any books which stood out to you that you really like the look of, then let me know which ones, and also let me know some of the books which you have on your shelf. If you've not made a video like this, then go for it. Why not? Because at the end of the day, if we're readers and writers, books are a huge part of our lives.